Yes, everybody, now we will do natural numbers today. So the concept of natural numbers are the numbers which starts from 1, 2, 3, and whole numbers, the number starts from 0. So show the numbers on the natural number line, simple. The order of natural numbers, simple. In here we teach how to read greater than, smaller than, how to read them. Between two natural numbers, how many numbers can you write? Or between 10 and 15, which numbers are there? Simple examples. Consecutive natural numbers. Consecutive natural numbers, do you remember it? Can you tell me, number 1, a consecutive number for 10? Or can you show me a consecutive number for 5? These are consecutive numbers, 4 and 5. Also 5 and 6 are consecutive numbers. The numbers next to each other, consecutive. But if I tell consecutive even numbers, those are 0, 2, 4, 6. Consecutive and even. Consecutive odd numbers, if I tell 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. These are consecutive odd numbers. So they must be next to each other. That is the idea. Here we have some practice problems. How many natural numbers are there between 13 and 14? This kind of questions. Do you remember how many natural numbers are there between two numbers? Do you remember this kind of questions? Let's ask you, how many natural numbers? How many natural numbers between, I have the smart board, I'm not writing there, yeah. Between 10 and 20. Who can tell me? Number 4, you tell me. You tell me number 4. There are 10 numbers. Sit down. Number 4, 10 numbers. Who tells 10 numbers? Who tells 10 numbers? Who tells 11 numbers? Who tells 9 numbers? Who tells 8 numbers? So, remember that when I ask this kind of questions, you subtract smaller from bigger, it makes 10. Look at that. When you subtract the smaller one from bigger, you also count the number 20. But we are looking for between 10 and 20. You subtract from 20 the 10 part, 10 and the previous part, there remains 10 numbers, 11, 12, 13, and those numbers ends with 20. We are looking for between 10 and 20. We also need to subtract the number 20 from this result. One number more. There is one number more which we need to subtract. So the final result will be 9. Okay? Look at that. Let's count the numbers between 10 and 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 5 and 4 makes 9 numbers. Okay? So firstly we subtract the 10 part. Also we need to subtract the number. The last number 20. One number more. We need to subtract one number more. Okay? Let's change the question. Between, or let's clean it here. Now, for the new member of us, number 6, you tell us how many numbers are there, 15 and 29. Number 6, yes. 13, let's see. 29 will be 4 and 14, then minus 1 more. 13 numbers will be between them. Okay, this was the first kind of examples about natural numbers. What? Minus 2 minus I used. Okay, no problem. That's okay. Now I clean both at one step. You don't have to write all the things. Number 5 and number 6, you don't have to write all the things because these are really easy things. For the harder ones, I will tell what to write. Do we need to access a set of 7 consecutive natural numbers? Now, there is a kind of examples. First, the typewriter, not this one. Select, yes. Can I? No. This is a very bad notebook, yeah. Very bad book, yeah. I cannot copy it. Okay. Now the second kind of examples. You may remember this because we did it in 6th grade. Write 5 consecutive numbers. 5. You can write this example to your notebooks because the previous one is a really simple one. 5 consecutive. Title natural numbers. Natural numbers. Oh. Natural numbers. 5 consecutive naturals. This is the main part of question. So, if the smallest is, let's say, 4. Write 5 numbers if the smallest is 4. This is something about learning consecutive numbers. Yes, to learn consecutive numbers. I think it was very easy for all of you. The smallest must be 4. You don't have the number 4. You don't have the number 4. There will be 5 numbers and the smallest one should be 4. Yes. Now number 5, can you write it to the board? If you like to make a sign over there, you can use your own sign to remember. When you watch this video, perhaps after 10 years, you may remember these days. If I can save it, if nothing bad happens, I will put it to the YouTube. So even after many years, you can remember these days back. Yes? Now, let's change the question. For the same question, let's make it if the biggest or greatest, however you wish, is 11. Now write down. Biggest is 11. If the biggest is 11. Now for the new member of us, number 6, can you write it on the board, please? The biggest must be 11, but you write it in verse order. Write the 11 to the right side. Okay, continue please. I don't want to lose time for something which is not important. There must be 5 numbers, yes. There is this tongue in Turkish, ben kısaca F'de, me shortly FD, he says. You may have that, me shortly ED. Okay, the last one, if the mid one or the mid one, okay, if the mid one is, let's say 13. Write the numbers if the mid one is 13. These are types of questions and these are easy ones. Yes, number 4 wants to write it very much. Yes, now let's see. We put the number 13 into the middle part, into the mid part. So you can see the idea. I can change this question as write 7 numbers, write 10 numbers, or write 6 numbers. But if I tell to write 6 numbers, I cannot talk about the mid one. If I tell 7 numbers, I can talk about the mid one. If I tell 9 numbers, I can talk about I can ask a question about the mid one. So let's go back to our book and let's remember some other questions. Look at that. Can you read this question, everybody? A tourist is planning to go to Antalya from Los Angeles. He is going to leave on 24th day of the year. So it starts after 24. After 24, and he will return on the 83rd day of the year. How many whole days? Actually, this is the question: how many natural numbers are there between 24 and 83? I mean, you need to understand the way of solution by looking the question. Yes, you don't have to write this one. Do you want to ask something to me? If you want to ask something to me, I can stop recording. You ask your question, I continue to record. Do you? Yes. Shortly, ES wants to. Addition is simple. Additional number line properties, there is no need for them. Subtraction is simple. Let's see, do we have some tricky questions? Multiplication is simple. Powers of 10, you can do them easily. 10 power 3, power 4, power 5, huh? No problem about doing them. Division of natural numbers, you know, these are simple things. Number 1, don't do some strange sounds, please. Bad math rule. Perhaps we can solve a few questions like this, but these questions are gonna be very easy for you, I think. Let's solve only one. Let's put it here. Nobody can read the question right now. Can you read the question? Okay, let's solve one question about bad math. Calculate. Let's write there, calculate. And this one should be easy for you because this is about order of operations. If I know you well from the class, this question is going to be very simple for you. We can solve some questions about order of operations when we do integers or rational numbers. There can be some harder questions for your level. This is a very easy question for your level. Let's see that will everybody find the true result or not. Let's see that will everybody find the true result or not. There is a person who uses calculator who doesn't need also. We doesn't need something like that.
7 minus 2 times 3.
You have a mistake about that. Let me calculate in my mind. 7 minus, from the last part let's start. 1 squared 1, 3, 3, 9, 7 plus 3, 10, 1, 3, 3 minus 1, 2, 2 plus 6, 7. Hi, is it 7? We are talking about natural numbers, we can never get a negative result. That is, I need to teach this part also. If nobody found 7, I found it in my mind. What? It can be 8, but what I found in my mind is 7. Let's check that, everybody. Let me think once again, perhaps it's not 7. Let me think once again. Ah, yes, not 7. I forgot 3. 10, it must be. No, 10, 10. No. 6, 9, 8. 8 is true result. Yes. 7 plus 3, 10 minus 9, 1. 3 times 1, 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. Did you find 6 plus 2? 8. 8 is true result. Everybody needs to find 8.
Oh my God.
Do you want to? This is a very simple question, yeah. Oh, I used something bad. Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Sir, we are recording. Mister, we are recording the lesson for you too. I'm moving. It's still recording. Yes, I'm moving and it's still recording. Yes, everybody. Is this funny? I'm moving, but it's still recording my voice. Yes, it's fine. There's a person who doesn't want to try. Oh, now everybody, how do we say? Let's try to understand the question. Try to find where to start and how to start. Look at that. We have here 12 divided by 2. So there's a division. It must come first. Division comes first. Remember the order of operations? Bad math. Division comes first. So around this there is no bracket. Also there is no exponent around this. So I can do this calculation. 12 divided by 2 makes 6. Now after that I have plus 3 times multiplication comes first, but 3 times something which I need to calculate. There is something which I need to calculate. What I have here, 7 plus 3 minus, plus and minus. Addition and subtraction comes last, okay? So 3 times 3 what we have here, so I must do the multiplication first. 3 times 3 will be 9. Oh, that 9 is not visible. Let's change the color into this one. 3 times 3 will be 9. Look at that. 7 plus 3 minus 9 we have here. We must do it from left to right. 7 plus 3, 10. 10 minus 9 will be 1. So how can we write that 1? 3 times inside of these parentheses will be 1. Minus, we have after the parentheses, minus will be there. Then inside of these parentheses, I need to calculate inside of the parentheses, then I need to take power 2 of it. So we have here subtraction and multiplication. So multiplication comes first. 2 times 3 makes 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 squared is 1. So 6 plus 3 will be 9. Minus 1 will be 8. Some of you try to find 15 squared. I didn't understand where you found 16. Let's see. So I need to ask you another question about this. If you have problems, yes. Yes.
Square root of 2 is 49.
Square root of 2?
Square root of 7 is 49.
There is no square root.
Over 2.
Over 2? Where is over 2? There is a power 2, yes.
But 7 power 2 is 49.
Firstly, we calculate inside of the parentheses. Inside of the parentheses, what we have in there? We have there 7 minus 2 times 3. So, multiplication comes first. 7 minus 2 times 3 makes 6. 7 minus 6 makes 1. And if you take power 2, it will be equal to 1 again. Okay. Now let's find another question from the book. Thanks to number 5. At least we have one person who can solve this. Oh, there's another kind of examples. Before these examples, I hope that there is yes. Here I can choose a question from here. Let's choose a very, very ugly one. Or very mixed one which may confuse your minds. Yes, the question is again same. Calculate the following. Or calculate this. If you can, of course. Let's see that who can find the right answer and who can't do that. Ah, I forgot something. I would add a talking part to the first a few seconds. Visit my site, Zekeriya Math site. I forgot to do that. Blah 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 blah. What? Like yes? Bad math. Yes. Also, if division and multiplication, if they are next to each other, we do it from left to right. We do it from, or we calculate it from left to right. If division and multiplication next to each other, we must do it from left to right. We start to calculate from left. Let me calculate in my mind, by the way. 6, 3, 4, 2, 10, 13. 13. 13 is the best answer, which we wanna see. Which we wanna see. Which we wanna see. Because he made 4 minus 1, 6, I think. That's the problem. Yes, number 2. Number 2, go to the board, please. Number 2. I already called you number 4, number 5, and number 6. Yes, 9 is a single number. There is no calculation. Minus. Inside of the parentheses, we can calculate it right there. Everybody, inside of the parentheses, we have a calculation. 4 minus 3, there is nothing around it. So, we can calculate inside of that parentheses as 3. Then, if there are many calculations or division and multiplication, if they are next to each other, we must do it from left to right. First is 16 divided by 4 is 4. Divided by 2 times 2 plus 3 makes 5. Then 9 minus 3 times 2, multiplication comes first, 6 plus, we can continue to divide, 4 divided by 2 is 2 times 5 will be there. Then 9 minus 6 plus 2 times 5 makes 10. 9 minus 6 is 3 plus 10, 13. Ton, ooh. What?
My name has only 4 letters.
4 letters. Find 4 letters names which starts with A.
And surname 3.
Surname with 3 letters. If you can find it. If you can find it.
And it looks like the second
Number 1 doesn't understand what we do right now.
I will give a hint. It starts with A.
Now we still have a person who can't solve, but I have to continue with the next thing. Yes, everybody, we have done it in 6th grade. Now, while I'm checking the book, I have seen it there. Sum of consecutive naturals. Sum of consecutive naturals. I have another video about this. If you go to my site, go to lesson videos, grade 6. Then the sum of consecutive natural numbers, there is another video which is simpler than this. Now we will do some harder questions about this topic. Now remember the formula. If it starts from 1 and ends with a number. Right now I can give you a letter, but in 6th grade I wrote that last number. There is a last number. So how can we find this sum easily? Yes, number 2. Tell us the formula.
So I think 15.
Where is 50?
And
Yes. Yes, there is an. Okay.
and times 2, I think it was.
Yes. Yes.
Over 2.
Yes. Remember that. Yes. If you write only the formula, it's enough. You write the formula. Topic and formula, the sum of consecutive naturals. Oh, I shouldn't show this color. I must change it. This is different. Yes, this is different. Let's find some more different. This is very different. Now, number 5 and number 6, let's remember how did we get this formula. So, we have numbers from 1 to n. If we write those numbers from last to first, the biggest one, n. So, the previous one, n minus 1. The previous one, we subtract 1 to get previous numbers. We subtract 1 from it. Look at 3 minus 1, 2. Oh, it's writing with hand. 2 minus 1, 1. Okay? So, this one is n minus 1, this one is n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus... So, the smallest one is going to be 1. If you add them, the same order, n and 1 makes n plus 1. N minus 1 plus 2 makes n plus 1. N minus 2 plus 3 makes n plus 1. So, this one will be n plus 1 also. Look at that. For each row, for each column. Row is this one, column from up to down. For each column, we have the result n plus 1. For each column, we have the result n plus 1. How many n plus 1 are there from 1 to n? N times n plus 1 we have there. N times n plus 1 we have there. So we make the addition 2 times. We add the numbers from 1 to n, from n to 1. We make same addition 2 times. To find just one addition, we divide it by 2. So the formula comes from there. Let's solve a simple question about this. 1 plus 2 plus 15 is equal to what? Find it. 15 is equal to what? Find that. Let's see in which way you are gonna do. Will you do it in quicker way or fast, harder way? Yes.
Is it?
Oops. Quicker way, yes. For some classes, I taught you a quicker way, but when I was, when the number 6, when she was the 6th grade, it was my first year in here, I did the quick way. But when I teach for you in 6th grade, I didn't teach the quick way because you didn't know how to solve it that way. This is the chapter which comes before fractions. Before fractions, you know nothing about simplifying. But right now, you know how to simplify the numbers. So everybody first get the formula and the number comes last. Number 5, look at the board. And the number comes last. So 15 times n plus 1, 15 plus 1, 16, over 2. What is the easy way? Firstly, the way which I taught you in class, multiply 15 by 16, then divide it by 2. But we have a simpler way. 2 divided by 2, 1. 16 divided by 2 is 8. We can simplify them. Look at that. These are consecutive natural numbers. If this one is odd number, the next will be even. If this one even numbers, if the last one is even, the next will be odd. So one of them has to be an even number. You can always simplify them. You can always simplify them because they are consecutive. If one of them is odd, the next will be even. If the first is even, the next will be odd. So one of them will be even always. If it is an even number, we can simplify it by 2. So 15 times 8 makes what? What? Look at 15, 15. Everybody, look at that. I did this calculation. Everybody, I did this calculation in my mind. I did like that. 15, 15 makes 30. 2, 15, 30. 4, 15, 60. I need 8, 15, 60 and 60 makes 120. That is the way I do in my mind. Let's give you another harder question. I want you to use simplifying. I think I can go with harder directly. Okay. Or let's make it 100. 40. Let's make it 40 because some of you may try to add the numbers one by one. Some of you may try it. I don't want you to try that way. Let's see who remembers this tricky one. How to solve this tricky one. Let's see who remembers this one. It was in 6th grade.
Yeah, I know. Is it? No.
It is related to that result, but it is not that result. May I see what you did? 820. 820. 820. 820. 820. Very good, very good, very good. Everybody has the same mistake. Find 820, find same mistake, do same mistake. 820 is a right number, is a true number. As a number, you found a right number, but you missed one thing. These numbers are starting. These numbers are starting with which number? The number 16. They don't start with the number 1. So, from 1 to 40, from 1 to 40, it makes 820. But to find, to find final result, from this I need to subtract from 1 to 15. I need to subtract, look at that, previous part. I need to subtract previous part. From 1 to 15, what was the result? 120. We have calculated it before. From 1 to 15, it was 120. So, from sum of all numbers, we need to subtract sum of first part. We must subtract 120. It will be 700. Let's give you another question. So, 820 is the sum of all numbers from 1 to 40. From this one, we must subtract the previous part from 1 to 50. Yes?
So why was it 40 times 41? Why is this 820?
40 times 41 over 2. That's the formula.
Or 20 times 41.
Did you understand, everybody? Did you remember or did you remember? Let's change the color. Is this well? Is this well? Now the next question. Let's change the numbers. 20 plus 21 plus, let's make it 49 or 49, not 50. 50 is better or easier to calculate. I don't want you to deal with numbers. I want you to understand the idea. If I write there 49, the calculations will be longer. Not harder, but longer. Firstly, find the biggest sum or sum of all numbers, then subtract sum of previous part. Yes. Now we start to do math. The first 30 minutes it was a bit lazy part, huh? How many numbers are there between them? What is the result? Calculate it. Now, these are the things which I did in class, but there is a part which I skipped in class because those things are hard for 6th grades. Those things are hard for 6th grades, but right now you can understand it. You are able to understand it. Finished, finished, finished. We have a lot of finished answers. Can you? No, you can't. You have a mistake. Yes. Are you finished?
Is it true?
455, where is that? Where did you find?
Minus 820.
455, where did you find this number?
Here, 25 times 59, something like that.
Yes.
Then minus 820.
820?
I did like
Oh, I didn't understand this, yeah. Did you write there 14 times 20? What is written here?
19 times 38 and subtract 10.
140.
Yes.
140.
119, teacher. 119.
Now I have called. I wanted to call this one and this one. Yes. Good, 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 good.
okay, you have to solve them.
Yes. Let's teach it to everybody. Did you understand your mistake? Okay. Now let's do it then fastly. Okay? Now everybody, we want to find sum of this part. Sum of this part. So to find sum of this part, firstly we will find sum of all the numbers starting from 1 and ending at 50. So for this we have a formula. 50 times 50, 1 over 2. So if we simplify 50 and 2 by 2 will be 1, it will be 25. So 25 times 5 makes 125. So look at that, how I calculate it in my mind. 25 times 51 I have. I will do firstly 25 times 50, then plus 25 times 1. So 25 times 5, 1250, and plus 125, 1275. Okay, that's the way I do in my mind. Now everybody, this is the sum of all the numbers from 1 to 50. From this bigger sum, I need to subtract the previous part. So which part is the previous? So these numbers are starting from 20. So those previous parts must start from 1 and it must go until 90. and it must go until 19. Let's write it one step down. From 1 until 19. Because I cannot write the number 20 here because the number 20 is in the question. It is included in the question. Before 20, so the previous part ends with 19. So how do we calculate? 19 times 20 over 2. 2 and 20 simplifies each other. We have 10 here. 19 times 10, 190. So the final result, 1275 minus 190. So what? Listen. Because I was thinking about, oops, higher. Now, can I move it forward? No, I cannot move it forward because we have here saver. It was then 90 and minus 190. Is it good now? Good. 5 minus 0 will be 5. 7 minus 9, we cannot do 17 minus 9 will be 8. So we have here 1 minus 1 will be 0 and 1085. Is it good, everybody? Did you find same thing? Now everybody, I will teach a second way for this. How can I make it for you? Okay. The question is starting from 20 and ends with 50. Okay? Same question. Everybody, same question. Look at to the board, please. Everybody, look at to the board, please. Now, everybody, when I wanted to get the rule, I did a way, so I can use same logic for each question. Look at that. If I write the numbers from last to first, also if I add them, 70 will be here, 70 will be here, 70 will be here. So the sum is going to be 70 always. The sum is going to be 70. Also, I make that sum 2 times. I add the numbers in upper part and in lower part, in bottom part, 2 times. Okay? I must divide that by 2. So, the question is, how many 70 will be in here? How many 70 will be in here? Look at that. They are increasing one by one. And I need the numbers from 20 until 50. Look at that. If I subtract 20 from 50, 20 from 50. So, when I subtract 20 from 50, I calculate the number 50, but I don't calculate the number 20. Do you understand? Look at that. I'm subtracting 20 from 50. So, in this subtraction, in the result, I will have the numbers from 21 to 50. I will find that how many numbers are there from 21 to 50. But for this part, I need to add a plus 1 over there for the number 20. Look at that. Let's do this calculation. Let's see that will we get the same result or not. 2 and 70 will simplify each other. There will be 35. Huh? I want it part by number 1. Are you listening? 70 and 2. We will simplify them. There will be number 35. 50 minus 20, 30 plus 1, 31. What? I did. Do I need to write all the steps for you? Please. 1, 35, 35 times this number. Let's check that. Is it true or not? 1 times 35 is 35. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. We have 1. 3 times 3, 9 plus 1, 10. Let's add the numbers. 5, 8, 0, 1. You see, we have the same result. Okay? Now you don't have to write this one. You don't have to write this one because you will write this for the next thing, if I remember it right. So let's go back to our book. Look at that. We have the formula of sum of consecutive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 finishes at n times n plus 1 over 2. 1 plus 2 plus 10, 11 plus 12 plus the second part. Now look at that. These ones starting from 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 50. It goes like that. And also there is a formula about this. It gives you the formula, but it's not so understandable. Let's do that formula. Let's do the formula together. Okay? Or I want to teach you how to calculate a sum if we have same increasing. For example, 6, pardon. Let's make it an easier number, 30. Is it okay? 30. Okay. Now, how can we find sum of all these numbers easily? How can we do it? How can we? The idea is same again. I will write the numbers from last to first. 30, before 30, 27, 24, 21, and 3. Look at that. 3 plus 30, 27 plus 6, 24 plus 9, 12 plus 21, and this is going to be 33 also. This is the way of thinking, okay? To find sum of numbers easily if they increase with the same number. This one is increasing plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. Okay, if it increases same, look at that. In the book, I showed you an example. What was that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it increases 2 by 2. This one increasing is 3 by 3. Okay? So, 33 will be the first number. Oops, I must move it back once. So, I need to make 33 times something. I need to multiply 33 times how many 33 are there. So, what?
There will be 30 times.
How many 33 will be there? 3, 6, 9. Look at that. I am counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, how can I find it easily? How can I find it easily? Now, I am going to teach that. Look at that. How can I explain it to you in your mind? Oops. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. So, until 9 there are 3 numbers. Okay? Until 9 there are 3 numbers. So, when you divide 9 by 3, it will be 3. But we need another way of thinking. For example, firstly we subtract from last the first. 30 minus 3 will be 27. So after that we need to add the increasing part. It increases which number? Plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. We need to add the increasing number because I may start it from 9, from 12. I gave you first example, 3, 6, 9. there are 3 numbers. It is equal to 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Now, from this, you can find that for 30 there will be 10 numbers. 30 divided by 3 there will be 10 numbers. But I want to make it general. Okay? Last number minus first number plus increasing number. Oops. How can I clean it better? Plus increasing number divided by the increasing number. 30 minus 3, 27 plus 3, 30, 30 over 3 will be 10. But we will write it here with this same 30 minus 3 plus 3 over 3. Also we make this addition twice. We make it twice. So 2 must go there as product. From 3 to 30, from 30 to 3, we make same addition 2 times. So it will be 33 times 30 over 2 times 3. 2 times 3 will be 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 30 divided by 6 is 5. 5 times 30, 150. 5 times 3, 15. It will be 165. Okay? Now, firstly write this example. Then let's write it as a rule. Yes, it will be. I didn't teach this one before. I taught it in Turkish, but I didn't teach it in English, so I don't know some terms. I may not know some terms, what to use, how to use. Because of that reason, I am sorry. But we will write a general formula which works for everything, okay? First we write this example, then we will write a formula which works for everything. I think you will learn this in 12th grade. Yes. You will learn this in 12th grade, if I know it right. If I know what to learn till 12. Because this one comes from sequences. You will learn the sequences in 12th grade. Number 2, you can ask it to your brother. I think he is learning this one. He learns this like this. Look at that. You can write it to your notebook and you can show it to your brother. And it's 3n minus 3. Because n must start from 1. 3 times 1. 3n. Just 3n then. There is no minus 3. Just 3n. A1, the first one is 3. A2, n. An, it's something like connection. An, the number of number. Which number? First, second, third, fourth. It gives which part or which order. First number, 3 times 1, 3. Second number, 3 times 2, 6. Third number, do I need to start? Okay. Okay. Now third number, 3 times 3, 9. You will learn it in 12th grade by using this way of writing. You will learn it in 12th grade. You will write, then I will teach. Okay, now I will make the formula with general letters X, Y, Z, and okay. I will make a general formula, then we will have a break because I also need a break. I talk a lot. Okay. Now let's give you the biggest thing of today, the newest thing of today. Let's say we have numbers starts from something like X. The first number is not important. So for each, let's say we increase it with A. X plus A. X plus 2A. We put plus A plus A plus A. Okay? Let's say X plus 3A. And the last number, let's say n. The last number is n. because last number is important for us. To find this sum easily, let's move it a bit left because I will need a place in here. So firstly we make last plus first. We always make, because we always write n minus a, n minus 2a, n minus 3a, we will do it. N minus a, minus a, minus a, to find previous one. So we will, for each of them, the sum will be n plus x. For each column, the result will be n plus x or x plus n. It happened because of my hand. So, after that, to find, or we make this addition 2 times, we must divide it by 2. To find how many terms or how many numbers are there, because we must multiply n plus x by the number of each column. So, to find that, what do we do? Last minus first, n minus x, but after that, to add, not plus x, to add the first term, when you subtract n minus x, you subtract the number. You subtract, let's say there are 10 numbers. When you make n minus x, you will find 9 numbers. How can I teach it to you? 10, 12, and 14. We have here 3 numbers, goes 2 by 2, okay? 14 minus 10, 4. This is divisible by the increasing number, or the adding, what we add. But when you divide 4 divided by 2, you will find 2 numbers. Because when we make 14 minus 10, we subtracted the first number. So, to make this number in the result, we add the increasing number here. That means last minus first plus the increasing number. The increasing number, also we will divide it by the increasing number. Okay? Oh, I didn't arrange this, but there is a bell for this. In the second hour, we will solve really nice examples about this. Thank you for listening me. Visit my site. Like and what was that? Subscribe.